internet issues. Let's try يعني if it's not sharing, please try to listen to me. And anyway, the PowerPoint will be uploaded today. So don't worry, we'll have the whole PowerPoint. We have a city, which is the city of Denver. It is called the Mile High City. Why do we call Denver the Mile High City? Because of its location. The Mile High City is located 1 mile above the sea level. So its location has affected Denver weather. That's why we call it. Yes.
Miss can you add Muhammad Al-Lawah in the waiting list?
He's in the waiting list. Okay. I have Ritesh is joining. I have no one in the waiting room, guys. I have only Ritesh. Let him get in and get out again. Get out and get in again. So Denver is called the Mile High City. Why do we call Denver the Mile High City? Because it's located 1 mile above the sea level. We have another city which is New Orleans. Why do we call New Orleans the Crescent City? We call the Crescent City because it is located on a crescent-shaped bend. It is located on a crescent-shaped bend. That's why we call New Orleans the Crescent City. That's all about places. Let's move to region. We said before that region, what's a region? Regions are places that share the same characteristics. And we have two different types of characteristics, which are the physical and the human one. Okay, right. We have three.
Sally.
Yes?
Sally.
Yes.
Where are we? I don't understand anything. I'm trying to understand where are we exactly.
Who's talking, please?
Bomika.
Bomika. Again, yeah, Bomika. We are at the 5 themes of geography. Today, we are going to start with regions. But let me admit.
Okay.
And admit my head too. Okay. What's meant by regions? Because I'm trying to share the PowerPoint, but it's not sharing.
Yes.
I'll try to share it again. Yes.
Lawah said that
I admit him now. What's meant by a region? Regions are places that share the same physical and human characteristics. So an area can be a region if they talk the same language. An area can be a region if they have the same physical features, just such as the weather, the climate. An area can be a region if they are sharing the same religion. We have 3 examples of regions. The first one, the Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains in the United States are considered region. Why we consider the Rocky Mountains as regions? Because they are sharing the same kind of crops, of farming crops. They have the same kind of farming crops, such as the corn and the hog belt. So this is the first example of a region, the Rocky Mountains in the United States. I have also another examples for a region, which is Los Angeles and San Diego. We consider Los Angeles and San Diego and Southern California a region. Why we consider them a region? Because of their nearness to the ocean. They are near to the ocean, which affect their weather. Okay, we have another example for a region. The countries. Yes.
Lawah wants you to let him in.
I just let him in. Again? Okay. I just let him in, but it takes time. Lawah and Ritesh and Mihed. So let's go back to regions. We have 3 types of examples. I said we have the Rocky Mountains because they share the same farming practices. And I have Los Angeles and San Diego because both of them are located in Southern California and both of them share their nearness to the ocean. The third one is the countries in North Africa. Countries in North Africa share the same region because they share the same religion, which is Islam. That's why we call an area a region. They share physical or human characteristics. And the examples are very clear. the Rocky Mountains because they share the same farming practice. The countries of North Africa because they share the same religion, and also San Diego and Los Angeles because they same their physical features, which is their nearest to the ocean. That's what I want from the region. The fourth element, which is movement. I will ask you a question. Why do you think people have to move? There are reasons behind moving. What are these reasons? Ahmed Magdi, you're raising your hand. Go ahead.
لا, I wanted to ask a question.
Yes, go ahead.
I knew it. لا, I knew it.
Oh,
Miss, can you say the question again?
okay, the question again. The fourth element is movement. Why do you think people or human have to move? Why? What are the reasons behind human movement? Who can tell me? What do you think people have to move from a country to another country? There are reasons.
To
Anyone?
get their needs.
Sorry, to what?
To get their needs.
To get their needs, such as مثلا to get a better job. Yes, this is a reason. What makes or force people to move?
I know.
Yes, go ahead.
I know too.
Maybe for the climate changing.
Maybe for a climate disaster, but climate changes
Maybe.
doesn't make you leave the country. Maybe if it's a disaster like a hurricane or a volcano or whatever, maybe it's a reason, huh?
Yeah.
What other reason? Think of the world around you. For example, Lebanon,
Earning money, jobs, to get a new job, earning
Yes.
money.
Also, we have people who has moved from Syria to Egypt. Why? Why do you think they have moved?
War.
War, yes, it's another reason. So we have war. We have to get a better chance or a better opportunity, just as better jobs. Also, we have the famine, which is hunger. For example, we have in Ireland, they had one of the most or the cruelest hunger of all, and they had to move to United States. So here in my PowerPoint, you'll find the reasons behind people movement. Human movement or people moving, or they move because they want to have a better job, or for war, or famine, or also religious and racial prejudice. Sometimes they move for religious or racial reasons. Okay, that's what's meant by movement. So this is the fourth element. The fifth one is human environment interaction. We know that we live in an environment, and we have talked about the definition of the environment, which is that everything surrounds human environment, and human and environment affect each other and they interact in a good way and in a bad way. Anyone knows how human and environment interact in a good way and in a bad way? Anyone can tell me how?
Yes, I can answer.
Who's talking? Please,
Bomika.
Bomika, go ahead. Tell me, Bomika, how?
Yes. We use the environment for food and for coal and for natural, for fuel, oil. We use it for our needs in a good way. And in a bad way, we make a lot of pollution.
Excellent. Yes.
Which harms our environment, and we can destroy our environment through that.
Thank you so much, Monica. When we use, as we said, that the environment, people and the environment interact and affect each other. Environment is the natural surrounding of a place. People and environment, when they interact, they affect each other in a positive way and in a negative way. Positively, when you are making use of the resources you have in the environment, and also when you use all the resources, when you build buildings, when you make bridges and everything. But in a negative way, when you are polluting the environment. Yes?
Zena and Lawah are waiting for you to let them in.
I let them in, but
They can't enter.
I know, I'm trying to let them in. I said I'd let all, and they are joining right now, but there is a problem. Maybe they have to get in and out and in again.
The school internet is working really bad today.
They will try to manage, don't worry.
So is working very bad.
Okay, let's back continue. Okay. Also, we have landforms. We have landforms on the environment, which we can share. What's meant by the environment is the shape and the nature of land, such as hills, mountains, and valleys. Also, the climate, which is the average weather over a long period of time, affects people. As one of you said, that we can have special procedures during climate. And at the end, using our resources is one part of human environment interaction. Okay. These are the 5 themes of geography. These are the 5 themes of geography. The last thing we're going to talk about today is the 6 elements, the 6 essential elements. What are
Miss?
the geography
Miss,
essential? Yes,
I have a question.
go ahead.
Can you say the 5 elements again? 5 themes? 5 themes, sorry.
5 themes again. Okay. I said at the beginning, place, location, human movement, human environment interaction, and the 5th one is, who can remind me of the 5th one?
Region.
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 Excellent. Yes. Today we have revised place, and we have talked about movement, human environment interaction, and region. These are the 5 themes of geography. The last thing for
Miss,
today,
I have a question.
can you please postpone till the end? Or is it urgent?
If you can re-explain the human environment interaction.
Okay, the human environment interaction. Again, as I told you that we live in an environment, so we interact with it, interacting in a positive way and in a negative way. I interact with the environment in a positive way while I make use of its resources in a good way. Like Komika said, I use all of the resources to make use of it, like oil, like coal and everything, and wood. When I build houses, when I build buildings, these are good way. When I do farming, all of this is a positive way of human environment interaction. We also interact in a negative way, which is polluting the environment. That's it. In human environment interaction, we have different definitions, which is the definition of environment, the definition of landform, the definition of climate, and the fourth one is the definition of resource. And all of these are like revising with you. You already know what's the meaning of them. Let's move back to the 6 elements, the 6 geography essential elements. Inshallah, after we finish, we're going to go through the worksheet. When you read the questions and answer them, you'll get used how to be asked. You'll know the answers. We'll discuss again. We have 6 essential elements. The first one, the word in spatial terms. Spatial terms. As we said before, when geography studies the location and the spatial relationship between people and places and environments. This is what's meant by spatial. This is the first element. The second one, places and region. Also, we have talked about there's a difference between a place. The place has characteristics which are physical and human, which we can identify a place. The region is a place or 2 or 3 together have the same characteristics, so we can call them a region. The physical system, this is the third one. Physical processes such as the wind, the ocean currents, the plate tectonics, the water cycles, everything related to the weather or the climate around. These are called the physical system. Also the human system, which include the language, the religion. We have went over all of these items before. The human system include the race, the language, the religion, the beliefs, the customs, the traditions, the environment, and the society. This is the 5th one. Geographers study the environment, what places help people to live, what kind of jobs we can practice in this environment. The last one is the use of geography, which is understanding and knowing how to use these elements in order to benefit from it. How, مثلا, when I know the perfect weather, how to use it in farming. When I know what kind of landform do we have, I can use it to know what kind of resources we can use, such as oil or coal. So the use of geography is to make sure or to benefit from these studies in order to be beneficial for humans. What I want from you is just to know what are the 6 essential elements. No explanation, just the 6 essential elements. The word is spatial terms, places and region, physical systems, human systems, environment and society, and the last one is the use of geography. This is the end of the lesson. I will provide you with the PowerPoint, but now we're going to be going through the worksheet, which I will upload today. This worksheet will be homework. We're going to finish it. You have till the end of the week, which is Thursday. Thursday before 12, I want all of you to be finishing the sheet, photocopy it for me, or have a photo of it and send it to our group, okay? After 12 p.m., I will not accept anything, and I will consider, I'll deduct marks for the homework. Let's go through the homework sheet. You have any questions before I go through it? I hope, inshallah, it will be shared. Anyone has any questions?
Miss Sally?
Yes.
Yes, Miss Sally. Miss Sally?
Yes, I can hear you.
So we memorize only the names of the 6 essential elements. We don't memorize the explanation.
No, you don't memorize the definition because we already have covered these definitions in the 5 themes. You only memorize the headings.
Okay.
Anyone has any question?
Thank you.
You're welcome, Bhumika. Anyone has any question? No? Okay. Let's start by the first question. Worksheet. Yes.
No, I have.
Yes. Yes. Anyone has a question?
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Now you said something about the homework, but your voice wasn't clear. Can you repeat, please?
Yes, I can repeat it again. Today I'm uploading the worksheet homework. Okay. You have time to finish the homework. I will be receiving the homework on Thursday.
It will be a sheet or in our workbook?
No. You can finish it in the sheet. There is a space to finish it inside the sheet. Okay. If you have any question about the worksheet, we can communicate through our group, as I told you before. I'm going to be uploading the model answer on Thursday, and I expect you to send me the homework also on Thursday before 12. Before 12 at noon, okay? If I didn't receive the homework, marks will be deducted. If you have any questions concerning the homework, you can send me your question. I don't mind at all. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Let's go through the lesson from the beginning. What's meant by geography? What's meant by geography? Anyone can tell me what's meant by geography?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Geography is the study of Earth and its people, places, and environment.
Thank you very much. What's meant by spatial? What's meant by spatial?
I know.
Yes, go ahead.
Spatial refers to the Earth's feature in terms of their location and shapes and relationship to one another.
Okay. I have 2 questions, which is the first one: why would farming be different on a side of a mountain from farming on a flat land? What's the difference between farming on a side of a mountain and farming on a flat land? Who can answer? Yes.
I know the answer.
Wait a minute. Who knows the answer? I have Bhumika and Ahmed Magdi.
Miss, can you say the question again?
What's the difference between farming on the side of a mountain and farming on a flat land?
I know the answer.
Who said I know? بس عشان I can see hands. Sama?
Hannah Haney.
Hannah
Hannah
Haney.
Go ahead يا هلا. Huh?
Mountains are colder,
Yes.
so we can farm on them.
Okay. We can.
But on
Special kind of crops.
it's hard,
Mm-hmm.
and on a flat surface, they are flat and they are easy to farm on.
Okay, they are easy and we need a special kind of equipment and we have different kind of crops. So it's not that easy to farm on the side of a mountain. We need a special kind of equipment and we have a special kind of crops. Okay, guys, the session will be ended after like 5 minutes. If it is ended, I'm gonna upload.
Miss Sally,
Yes. Yes,
Adham is telling you that he can't enter today because there is no electricity.
no
He just
electricity.
said
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Okay.
I'm gonna be uploading the worksheet today. So if you have any inquiries about the worksheet, you can send me through our group, okay? Because the session will be ending now. Another question till the session ends: how would fishing on a lake or in a lake or a river is different from fishing in the ocean? How it is different?
Miss, I can answer.
Yes, go ahead.
There are different types of fishes in the lake and river. Since the lake is salty and the rivers are not salty.
Yeah, and the oceans at the same time. Also, we need special types of equipment. Don't forget about this. We need special types of fishing boats. We have moved to the five themes of geography. We know all the themes. Okay, the first one was the location. We have two types of location. What are they? Two types of location.
Miss, I know.
Yes, go ahead.
Miss, I know.
Go ahead.
Relative and absolute location.
What's the difference between them? Can you tell me a quick definition?
Miss, I can't hear you.
What's the difference between them? Relative describes how?
The voice is not clear. The voice is not clear.
I know, I know. What's the difference between relative location and absolute location?
Miss,
Anyone
I can't
knows?
hear.
I know.
Yeah.
Miss, I can
Okay, Ahmed Magdi said, I know, or Ahmed Uta?
Ahmad Oto.
Ahmed Uta.
Go ahead. What's the difference between relative location and absolute location?
Absolute location is the exact location of a place using the longitude and latitude.
Okay, and the relative?
And relative location describes a place compared to another place.
Which using the cardinal north, east, west, and south. Thank you, Ahmed, very much. Okay, we have talked about the longitudes and latitudes, which are imaginary lines, you know about them. Okay, after the location, we have talked about the zero longitude line and the zero latitude line. Who can tell me what's the zero longitude line?
Me.
Yes, go ahead.
The longitude
Huh?
run from north to south.
Okay. What's the zero longitude line?
It's in the longitude. It is the prime meridian.
Thank you very much.
And
what about the latitude?
The equator.
The equator.
Miss Sally, I can't hear you.
Who said I can't hear you?
Me, Farah.
Farah? I'm sorry, Farah, it's due the internet.
Okay.
I will try to do it as much as I can.
Miss, if there is an assignment or something, you can send on the group.
Yes, I'm going to send it on the group. Don't worry. Do you have a problem with your library on SMS?
There is no sheet.
Yes, with some teachers. Yes, with some teachers we do have a problem.
Inshallah, when I upload everything, when I go home, I will upload everything. Can you tell me if it's not showing the worksheet and the PowerPoint? Just tell me, send me a message. I will put it or send it to you through the group, okay?
Okay.
Okay. We have talked about location and region today, movement, and the last thing was the 6 elements. Do you have any kinds of questions? This lesson is very easy and most of you already know it.
Miss Sally,
Yes.
Adam wants you now to let him in.
Okay, I just let him in, but I have finished. Do you have any kind of questions about the lesson?
No.
Okay. Inshallah, next session we're going to be starting with chapter 1, lesson 2, the geographer's tools, which is also considered as revision because you've already covered this lesson before. Okay.
Miss, can you send other presentation, please?
I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it on the teacher's library. If it's not working, tell me through a message on our group today, and I'm gonna send it on the group till the SMS gets fixed.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm gonna upload it today on the SMS and check first. Okay. More questions? Do you have any more questions? All right. See you next session.